So today we had a bad chimney flue. So I just ripped the chimney flue out about 6 inches, put a new cap on, and put one of these on. I'm going to show you how I did it. Well, today, on top of a chimney, and this flue is all falling apart. See it? It's all falling apart. So we're going to replace that. I don't know about this one, what's going on yet. We'll see what the owner says. Well, let's look at what's going on. I'm going to loosen these up, get this off of here. Get this off of here. This is all falling apart. See it? Masonry rots away, especially in the Northeast with all the wetness. So the owner's going to come up. I'm going to take a look at it and see how far he wants to go down. Now let's look at the chimney here. He's going to clean this with a brush. But you see, all falls apart, these flues. Don't let anybody tell you put a flue in, you're done. It's not the truth. I'm just going to go down as far as I can. I'm going to cut it and put a new piece of flue back in. I'm just going to go around to see how far I can get down here. Then I put all this stuff back. See? I want to get down there as far as I can. So when I put the cement back on, that's about as far as I can go down there. So this is about as far as I want to go. So when I put my, just going to cut my flue on the inside all the way around. I got my grinder. All right, we're going to knock these apart now. He's going to clean this chimney. Right there. So now I just got to clean it up a little bit with the grinder. What I'm going to do is cut 6 inches off, 6 inches. All the way around. 6 inches. The owner cleaning this flues out before we put the cap on. Now let's talk about chimneys and flues for a while. Flues are garbage. I don't care what they say. Sooner or later they all fall apart. Let's go down and look. What do we see? Big holes going around. See that? Holes I can put my fingers in. Flues and all that stuff they sell you is garbage. Let's go back and look at Conway Castle. I'll show you what I mean. This was an old fireplace one time in the castle. See that? You just used stones. There was no flues or nothing in those days. And it worked. Well, before I mixed my cement, I went and got some stones to tie this all in. It's good in the back. I can move it down a little bit and get it straight. Yep. I'm just going to cement it in now. Now I get my sponge and water, make sure everything's wet and cleaned off. I mixed up my rapid set. Just going to put a little bit along the sides here, just like that. No big deal. I always say, no big deal. Use your hands. Use your hands. Just like that. We get our piece. Put it right on top. Just like that. That way, pretty good. Can live with that. Then, just stick our hands in here and go around. Get that all out of the way. Make sure she's centered best you can. So we know that's in. None of these flues are the same. You gotta play with them a little bit. Now, did that. Start putting our rocks in. I don't know if they could see it all. Shove it down there with your hands if you gotta. Ain't no big deal. More, but I'll just get the sponge and go around. Get it ready for my second coat. That's it. Go inside. Now I got this all in. I got it so the water runs away from the flue. And I'm just kind of getting it all finished up. I'm going to sponge it. Put the chimney cap on. Get the sponge with some water. Sponge it all even. Just like that. See that? Makes it all even. Looks like we know what we're doing. Ain't no big deal. Just put it in. Now we take this cap, I'm going to put it back on, just like that. Go around and hand tighten these first, because you want it to all even out, just like that. See, it's hand tight, just like that. And then go around and screw them in just to get a little tighter, like that. Now I got it back on, and I just shoved a little bit of cement down in the corners. You see that? That just makes it honest, because you can't depend on these screws. They're not perfect all the time. I'm going to talk about that chimney a little bit and flues. Now, I said flues are garbage, and when you live in the Northeast like I do, when the weather looks like this, look at this in the paper, it's 35, then it's 19 at night, it's 40 at night, it's 27 at night, it's freeze and thaw, and then it rains and the ice gets there, it busts all kind of masonry apart in my area. That's why you don't see me doing certain types of masonry. The argument is, well, You gotta put these flues in, and you can't fill around them because they gotta expand. But if you've got a big chimney fire going and all the creosote goes through it, it smashes the flues. I don't agree with it. I won't build those chimneys anymore. I'll just patch up what people got and fix them. I have another channel. It's called Mike Haduck, Travel, Mechanics, and Music. Stuff that don't really deal with this channel that much. But this guy had a chimney, just like the one I fixed. But his chimney was leaking. And I went up on top and I looked at it, it was the same thing. I said, listen, if I was you, here's what I'd do. I'd run a treated 2x4 all around the top of the chimney, and then put metal all around it and a drip edge, and let the water go out over the chimney where it won't run down the stone. And if worst things comes to worst, you could always get a piece of metal and slide it up underneath that. So he listened to me, and he has never had another problem since. That's another way to get around that. Now, in the old days, they put a big stone on top of the chimney, but code won't let you do that anymore. And then I would actually cut a little space where I could take the piece of stone off the big stone and then go down and clean it. Now here's what I'm talking about. You see the stone on top of the chimney? Put a big stone on top of the chimney, real stone, and as you look inside, you see where I cut a hole there? And then you could get your brushes down and clean it. And then you could put a rubber or something on top. That'll keep that chimney top from falling apart. But code won't let you do that anymore. I don't know who make the codes up, but a lot of times things were better when they were worse. Cement around the cap. You see me put that cap on, and then I just shoved a little cement under it, because what happens is the wind wiggles that, and those little metal things kind of loosen up. So I just tuck it on there. Then if I have to take it off, I just get a little hammer and tap it, and it comes right off. So all my videos, again, they're just food for thought. A lot of people look at it a different way. In our area, oil burners and coal and everything is acid, and it helps to eat those flues away. I wish they did things like they did in that castle. That was there 700 years. Real material, and you can go down there with a rope, plaster it up every year. It's nice. Doesn't make sense maybe, but it lasts 700 years. So thanks for watching the videos. I'm Mike Haduck. Until next one.